Hi there, welcome to the archives. It's been wow. It's been a long time since I recorded a video, like 2 or 3 weeks. I said I wouldn't record any more videos in August. That's a lie, because here I am. Today's August 26th. Since it's been a while since I've recorded a video, I thought maybe I should start with an introduction. Hi, welcome to the archives. My name is Dorothy Adekora Jen. I mostly talk about social sciences over here. Sociology, anthropology, what else? The social sciences and the humanities, into world religions, feminist and gender studies, and we've been learning about the goddess. So I've been doing a goddess series primarily based on this book. It is called Goddess, 50 Goddesses, Spirits, Saints, and Other Figures, Female Figures Who Have Shaped Belief. It's written by Dr. Janina Ramirez and it's illustrated by Sarah Walsh. We're wrapping up. We've gone through all 50 goddesses. The last video I think I posted, I did a run through of all of the goddesses according to regions. So what had happened is I based it on Africa, Asia and the Pacific, Europe, North America, and the Middle East and West Asia. And I ended up leaving out Azili Dantor because I put her technically under North America when I should have put her under Africa and the diaspora. But I put her, because I did it according to regions, I put her under North America. And then when I got to North America, I forgot to include the Caribbean. So I just wanted to put that out there. Azili Dantor, the Haitian goddess of vengeance and voodoo. And motherhood. So what we're going to do in this video, what I did is I went through the whole book again. I read the whole book again, just myself, and I broke it down into certain themes and I coded all of them, okay? So what I want to do as I wrap up to finish this book is I'm going to go through and share some of the themes that I saw coming up over and over again. What do I mean by themes? So as I'm reading, I see this word. As I read something, I see it. Oh, this is a common thread. Love keeps coming up. Love is war, goddess of war. So I just put down all of the different words I kept on seeing, and then in research we call it coding. I started coding them, right? So here are all the goddesses that are broken down according to a lot of different things. So I have a lot of different themes. It's probably going to be a couple videos. I'll start this one with nature and protection, and then in each next video I'll do a couple. So the goddesses of beauty, goddesses of revenge. I also wrote down the animals, right? All of the different animals I saw in this book. I'll share what the animals are and the goddesses they're associated with. So that's kind of the next couple videos. As we move into September, I'm going to remember, as we're moving into fall, we're getting back to the 25 intellectuals, queens, and warriors. So we're sticking on the theme of women, femmes, and I would say non-binary folks, because we're going to be talking about folks like Joan of Arc. We've already talked about Kahina, Razia. A lot of those folks, if they were here in the modern age, we might consider them maybe trans or maybe non-binary. So I don't like just being like women. It's 25 goddesses, intellectuals, and warriors. So we're going to continue that in the fall. What I'll do the first couple weeks of September, because I'm going to be busier in September, is I'm going to be reposting some of the ones we've already done. Okay, so as we move into the fall, I'm going to start, once I finish the goddess series, I have another video already recorded that I'll post on the Conjuring of America on Aunt Jemima. I recorded that a couple weeks ago. I'll post that. Once I finish the goddess series, we'll finish the Conjuring of America. I haven't been reading. I've really been moving slow and just taking it easy. There's a lot going on. I'm thinking about Nolan Wells and his family. I'm thinking about Gary, Indiana. It's just, there's a lot going on, right? In Toronto, today's August 26th. I saw Cyrus Marcus Ware shared a post on Instagram about a KKK rally here in Canada, in Hamilton. And so Dominion something. So there's a lot going on. I've been kind of moving slow, taking it easy, because I know that in the fall I have to pick up with a whole bunch of projects and stuff. So that's kind of what to expect from me and my channel in the next coming a little bit. Again, I talk about social sciences, so you're going to talk about mostly around feminist and gender issues, okay? It was also Marsha P. Johnson's birthday a couple of days ago on August 24th. Welcome to Virgo season. It's time to lock in and play perfectionist for a little bit. So I'm going to start with nature. Let's start with the goddesses of nature. Because remember, a lot of paganism, all of these cultures, at the common theme, you will find a respect for nature, a collaboration with nature, being in harmony with nature, right? All of these goddesses across all of the different cultures, they had somebody to represent the sun, somebody to represent the moon, something to represent the river, the seas, right? And so I'm going to get into that. Here are the goddesses of nature. Inanna, who is associated with rain and storms. Mami Wata is associated with water, the waters. Same with Yemanja, same, interchangeable. Nut is a goddess of the sky. Chalchiuhtlique, excuse me, forgive me, Aztecs. She's a goddess of fresh water. We have Brigid, who's a goddess of fire and rivers. Asase, which is my culture in Ghana. Asase is the earth goddess. In Mawu, which is also an African culture, she's a goddess of the moon. Mokosh is a goddess of earth in Russia. Diana was a goddess of the moon. Sarasvati in India is associated with rivers. Chang'e in China is associated with the moon. The moon keeps coming up. A lot of these are feminine, but also we'll see the stars as well too. Usually, remember, across a lot of traditions, the moon is feminine, which is why you're seeing the moon, the moon, the moon. But there are some cultures where the moon is masculine and the sun is feminine. In Japan, we'll get into that. So just to put that out there. So Chang'e was the moon. In Burma, Popa Medaw is associated with the mountain, Mount Popa. Sedna in northern Arctic North, Greenland, Nunavut. Sedna is associated with sea creatures, so she's associated with seals, whales, narwhals. There's one more animal, walruses. Okay, so Sedna is a goddess of the sea creatures. Oshun, in the Yoruba tradition in Africa, Oshun is associated with the rivers. Pele, in Hawaii, Pele is associated with volcanoes and mountains, fire and lava. Amaterasu in Japan is associated with the sun. This is where that's very beautiful, because the sun is usually masculine. So in Japan, they said, no, it's a woman. I love that. Tiamat is associated with salt water. Papatuanuku in Maori. In Hawaii. New Zealand, Amaterasu. I can never say it properly. The Maori, Papatuanuku is a goddess, the earth goddess. And in Mazu, in China, Mazu is a goddess of the sea. So according to these, remember, these are just 50 goddesses. There's way, way, way more goddesses. And when I finish the 25, I want to try to learn more about the different goddesses to share. But this was only 50 from different parts of the world. There's way more goddesses we haven't even talked about, right? But out of these 50, these are the ones that are associated with nature. So again, pay attention. Remember, we saw China, we've seen India in this, Ireland came up in this, Ghana came up, Ishtar, Iran came up, Iraq, all of those areas, Syria, Diana, Greek, Mokosh, Russia, Arctic North, Hawaii, China, I've already said that. So in all of these places, they had a goddess to represent the moon, the rivers, the earth, the sun, the creatures, okay? So I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to stop and do another recording. The next one I'll get into is the goddesses that are associated with protection. Okay, so that's just a little summary of what I've been doing over here and what to expect from me as I move into the fall. And those were the goddesses from 50 goddesses that are associated with nature. Okay, so the next couple of videos, if you want to stick around, that's what I'll be doing. We're going to get into the goddesses of love, of war, protection, beauty, weaving, those that are associated with real women, those that are associated with learning, the lotus flower, which goddesses are associated with vengeance, which goddesses are associated with music and the arts. I have goddesses that are associated with power, with life, who's contradictory, who's a contrarian, who is a goddess of wisdom. I'm going to talk about goddesses that are holding things and carrying objects. We're going to talk about goddesses of courage, of wealth, injustice, goddesses of destruction, who's a goddess of destruction, who's a goddess to go to if you want to be a mother, motherhood and fertility. Who do you go to if you've been wrongfully accused of something? We're going to talk about husband-wife duos, brother-sister duos, which goddesses are the supreme goddesses. Because again, remember Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, they associate God with the masculine, the patriarch, the man. But in other cultures, God was a woman. Like the supreme God was a woman. Which gods were the supreme women? Which gods were dual, right? Some gods, it was two. Gods was a masculine and a feminine. So we're going to get into that. Which are the goddesses of magic? Who's a goddess of death? Which crystals did I see coming up? Who's a goddess of healing, destruction? Who's a girl's girl? I wrote down the goddesses, the girls. Who's good to go to if you're unmarried? Who's good to go to if you want to travel? You love to travel. Who are the goddesses of travel? I have a goddess of peace, demons, witches, time, and kindness. Okay, so that's what I'm going to get into in the next couple videos. Until next time, in solidarity.